So it says, "Good evening, Dave." I says, "I was out on a service call today." It says, "The door I was working on was a 9100." This is him saying it, 9100 cardboard back, 16 by 7. I installed a spring conversion, so it probably had the torque master on it. And I would balance the door. It says I couldn't balance the door just right. So the door wasn't balancing out quite right. It says, "Do you know the perfect spring to use to operate the specific door correctly?" Customer is saving for a new door, but I wanted to get your thoughts on fixing this 9100 door. I did balance the door, but I'm not correctly, I'm not completely satisfied. So he's not completely satisfied. All right. So I wanted to talk about this just a little bit. So when it comes to the Wayne Daltons, the 9000 series doors, if they had a torque master, the one thing you got to look into is with the 9000, if they had the torque master, for one, see if there was a sticker. You want that sticker. That sticker is so important on that torsion tube because it has the weight of what that door was. Now, with trying to balance it out and you're not completely satisfied, it's been one of those things I've been off on them. I don't know what it is. It's just really hard to be sometimes engineered. Sometimes the engineered ones aren't even that good. Sometimes those doors get stiff. So what you got to do is, if it's operated and it has a built-in strut or has a strut, an extra strut on top of the built-in strut, you probably just kind of live with it. If it's really that bad, I'm always recommending the Service Spring. Get their app or call them. They're super helpful. Make sure you have some stuff done, prior to calling them. Like make sure you got the weight of the door, the dead weight of the door, back wind the spring or whatever, get the dead weight of the door. Make sure you know what radius is on it. Make sure, obviously you got the size. Is there any windows? Drum size, they're going to want to know that. And they'll give you a spring size that's probably going to get you pretty close. Also, I see a few people obviously jumping in. If you don't mind hitting that like button, it just helps bring more people in, more conversation. You guys are also in this conversation I'm having with this email. You guys are more than welcome to ask any questions. I love answering them. So it can be off topic, it can be anything. As long as you keep it clean, nobody will eliminate you, basically. So you're more welcome to ask questions, business, garage door, whatever. I do it for you. And welcome. So call Service Spring, get the weight of the door, see what they recommend, see how close you are. That helps. But I typically, like I said, if you're really not, what I probably would do is I might try to go back. Like for us, I know it always took us about 2 weeks to get the springs. If you had to order them through Wayne Dalton or a dealer, and put a torque master back on it. If that's, sometimes, they're just kind of two peas in a pot and they just marry together. Might be something to entertain. Obviously, if you already got torsion set up on there and something's maybe a little kitty wampus, I would just probably see where you're off. You know what I mean? Try to find out where the problem is, because the more information you get, the more, if Service Spring tells you the spring needs to be 2 inches shorter or something like that, you can either modify it or you can live with it. Also, if you do struggle, I'm gonna be a little slow, I'm not gonna lie, but you could always give me the information and I can find out what spring it needs, what garage door spring it needs, or what they recommend. I got a really great secretary that she is super strong with the Wayne Daltons, and she's a ninja, and she could definitely, you just give us some pictures, dimensions, weight. If you got, like I said, if you got the sticker on that old torsion tube, that'd be very helpful. And what I'm saying, just give it to us and I'll see what she converts it out to be on that paperback, that cardboard back door. So anywho, anybody got any questions? I see a few of you jumped on here. I appreciate the likes. It just helps before you leave. If you can, throw a like on there. If you're a newcomer, like I said, you're getting into the garage door business, don't be afraid. Ask questions. That's what I'm here for. I jumped on. Like I said, it's a rainy, crappy day out. I'm going to show you real quick, actually, how bad it is, because I'm just that type of guy. Oh, and you're more welcome to. Oh, it's getting dark out. Oh, yeah. Yep. Look at it. See that? That's not me peeing. That's water. Just one of those gloom and doom days. So it was a good reason to jump on here. I'm bored. I need you. I thrive on your questions. What can I help you with? What kind of life advice do you need? What do you need to start that business? What do you need to take that next step? What do you need to get motivated? What do you need? Don't forget tomorrow's solar eclipse. Don't look at the sun directly. You'll go blind. I need a couple of my boys. Where's my boys? Where's my locals? Jump on here. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. Like I said, if you're here, welcome. You got questions? Garage doors? 9100s? 9000 series? I'm not trying to bash on Wayne Dalton. Wayne Dalton was always good to me when I was starting out. Thank you, Wayne Dalton, for taking us on. I see 3 likes. I see about 80 some people. Can you guys please get me up to 10 before the solar eclipse? Can you get me up to 10 likes? I mean, just before you leave. It doesn't track you that I know of. And the Gov might have something behind it, just to let me know you're real and you're not the AI, because I feel like it's AI. I'm still trying to figure out if there's humans out there or if I'm just talking to a phone. There's nobody there. That's it, isn't it? So the 9000 series doors, like I said, they come with the Torque Master. Not always. You can get the torsion spring. The Torque Master was kind of engineered with them for Pete. There it is. It's on the bottom. It's here. It's Pete. So Pete, thanks for the question. I had to scribble your name out. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to become visible to the rest of the world. All right. What is this? I love it. It says here. Is that a name? It just says here. It doesn't even show. What's up, Mr. Tony? Tony, I don't know, man. Well, I think Tony, Tony had a little bit of rust on his truck. I believe you. I believe a man with a little bit of rust on his truck. It's those ones, those brand new trucks. Nah, I can't trust those ones, man. Real blue-collared, hard-working man's got a little rust on his truck. What was it? What was that saying? What was it? What was that saying? If it wasn't for my Chevy, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If it wasn't for my Chevy, my tools would rust. That's why Tony drives a Ford, if I believe right. Right, Tony? That's why you're a Ford guy. Oh, hold on here. There's 2 of us. What? Guy's got me. He says, I'm real bud. LO. He says, I may be the only, but that's... There's 2 of you. Now I'm getting nervous, man. I'm getting nervous. So, anywho. Anybody got any questions? Questions, like I said, comments, whatever. It can be off topic. You don't have to be on topic with the Wayne Dalton 9100 cardboard back doors. I just wanted to answer this for Pete. I figured this was the easiest way. And then I can also answer a little bit with it. If my dad's watching, Dad, sorry. I installed a couple for you back in the day. They've worked good. I think we did the steel back at least, so, because it was kind of funny. I figured out, how did I figure this out? I think I figured it out for my dad one time. No, it was a customer. I think it was a customer. You gotta always remember with the vinyl back doors, something you always gotta consider, right? Those vinyl back doors, you gotta always consider that a dog. You ever leave a dog in a garage? Maybe temporarily, you got company coming over. They're a bad dog. They made a mess in the house. You leave them in there for a little extended trip or something. You got somebody watching them. Well, I've seen it. You go in there and there's just foam everywhere because the dog scratched at that foam on that door. Now, I personally, when I had my first house, I went to a vinyl back door too. And I remember the vinyl back door, I had dual exhaust on my truck because that was the cool thing to do. And the truck always splattered. So the garage door got really nasty. And on a vinyl back door, you're not cleaning it. You're just not cleaning it. So if I lived in the perfect world, I would typically probably not ever have vinyl back doors. I just don't even think I'd ever deal with them ever again, because I don't know, maybe Tony knows, Tanner, Sky, overhead. He likes to hide in the back sometimes. What is the purpose besides cost? Is there any benefit to a vinyl back door? Any? Like any? Is there any benefit from a vinyl back door to a steel back door? Besides price. Besides price. I don't know of any. I don't know of any. I can't think of any off topic. You know what I mean? Like where I think of it, I've had punctures. I've had punctures in vinyl back doors. '96 or '91. I think these are old. Obviously, they changed it to 9605, I think is what it is now. These are old. But I could never find a benefit to a vinyl back besides price. Never. Because I've had punctures in them. I put a sticker over one time. I had a customer call me out on it. And it was in a perfect spot. It wasn't even like I did it low. I've cheated like that before, where like you try to find like a warning sticker. You put it low on the door. You're like, I gotta cover up this little damaged spot right here. Not so much here or here, but right here. So they called me out. Like I said, it was a really good spot. The customer decided to peel back the sticker and found the damage. And of course, it wasn't a job that was close. And yes, I shouldn't have done it, but the sticker was in the perfect spot to do it. So it's one of those things. See, I knew it. I knew these are AI, Tony. I knew it, right? Look, we're only at 3 likes, and all I asked was for 10 out of 27. This is sad. Like I said, this is AI at its best right here. These are not real people. These are Google robots. This is Facebook. This is YouTube. I told you, these people are not real. That's how I feel about this. Up to 30, and you still can't. They can't even do one tap. So unless all these people don't have fingers, I'm telling you. That's why I like playing around with it a little bit. So 99,000. So anyways, I would always go back if I was in the garage door business, which I am. I would never install a vinyl back door. I think it was like $100 savings roughly back in the day for me. My numbers. I'm kind of up there with Tony or Tanner. I don't remember numbers anymore on them. They've just gotten so crazy and so expensive. But what I'm getting at is that a steel back door is just so much more solid. You can clean it, which was always nice. That's why I always sold to customers, right? I would say, look, you can power wash it. You can power wash it from the inside. You can power wash it from the outside. You can wash it. It doesn't capture a lot of water. Stuff runs off. If Fluffy decides to scratch at the door, it's a little bit protected, kind of. I know the Wayne Dalton's a little soft in that area. Their steel's a little thin, but it's just the fact that dog, you know how it is. If a dog gets one oof into it, man, it just keeps going and going. It wants out, scratches. It can be a real mess, you know. I also got to remember that with the 9000 series of these doors too, they typically have some funky, there they are. They got the funky hinges. And then they do the silent glide, which is, but what's nice about them too, I forgot about this feature. I don't have too many people that are pinch their fingers in there, but some people really like it. Yeah. Door panels are engineered with a pinch-resistant design to prevent finger injuries while door is closing. Now, the only time I really seen a lot of finger injuries is when people are doing it manually, when they're outside and they're trying to grab the door. So it's just something to consider. But Pete, I always appreciate the question. Like I said, I'm probably not going to stand here much longer if I don't have any questions, because that's what keeps me going. I got to have questions. And otherwise, if you guys come on here at a later date, you guys can always hit me up. If you have something you kind of want addressed, email's normally the best. You can do the comments. I've been doing pretty good with the comments, checking on them and following up with them and paying attention to them as best I can. It's weird though, because what I have learned on the old telephone is that if I reply, there's only like 2 settings on YouTube. There's 2 settings. So if I reply, I don't have it set to see the replies back. So it's almost like you're better off making a brand new comment if you want to get my attention, because I only see comments I haven't answered. But I won't see, unless I click on it, which I typically don't, you know, ones I have answered and then something came new and I haven't re-answered it. I'm kind of bad about that. So I always look for just kind of the new ones, because normally it's kind of the new guys that'll come on that'll ask certain things that are questions that are kind of, you know, that helps them out basically. So I try to do that, where if I comment back, unless I'm looking for it, unless it's an email works the best. It seems like. So anywho, time is 8:40. Oh, yeah, we'll give it another few minutes here. What else can I tell you about the 9000 series door? About that whole situation. Like I said, if you don't feel good about it, there is probably something wrong. I guess with Pete, would be good to know is, what did you put on it? And then also, with this being a 16x7, I'm assuming it doesn't have windows. But windows make a big difference. So does it have windows, the radius of track, the drum size? Realistically, pictures would help a lot to see it. Did you put 2 sets, two sets of springs on it? Did you one set, one single spring on it? There is a lot of factors, then also make sure you should oil it. Rollers. Sometimes these doors, when the rollers get age on them, they actually get they'll get a varnish on them. And they can really slow a door down a lot. So you got to watch that with the varnish on them. And then even if they squeak, you can put oil on them, WD, whatever. It only lasts, it's temporary. Once they got that varnish on them, they no good. They junky. Think about this. Oh man. Oh man, when I think about the Surewinder, I love it. I know this really great guy that sells them. I think he's in the comments below. You guys need to blow him up. His name's Tony, and he sells them. I swear, I really think he sells them because he promotes them so much. So you got to bug Tony with, and I think he's even doing free ones. So you really got to blow him up. He's giving them away. There you go, Tony. I love it. I need to get one because I got to find out where that. Like I said, I think the IDA is going on. I was hoping I was going to pick up one there at the show, but I just got to get one coming. I feel so bad. Those guys, man. Oh, the Surewinder, man. They ended up. Tanner jumps. Tanner, I love it, man. He says, "Hey, I'll take 10, man. Sign me up too, man. I won't even take that many. I just want 5. I'll just take 5. But yeah, those are definitely nice. Those Surewinders. But you know what? Just if you guys just go with the Wayne Dalton, the Easy Torque, you don't need no Surewinder. You could just get the Torque Master, and all you need is a screw gun, not an impact. You need a drill, and away you go. That's how it goes. No, they get you married in, that's for sure, on some of this. The old, right? The Torque Master Plus. I don't know if they've changed. No, that's the new style. The old Torque Master, man. Get yourself a Torque Master, and then you won't need that Surewinder. No, Surewinder would be good. Like I said, it's going to be great because Tony's going to send me 5 of them free of charge. That's right, man. Go ahead, Tony. Put your email in there. Put your email in there, Tony. Everybody's going to get those free ones, man. We know you're loaded. Oh, man. I'm just kidding. Don't bug Tony. He's a good dude. He's got enough stuff to do. This says do better price if I in bulk. I'll take 12. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. All right, guys. I think I'm going to jump off here. You guys are always more than welcome to text me. Appreciate it, Tanner, Tony. Appreciate the pictures, man. I love it when you guys send me pictures. Appreciate the one from Tony. Sent me one of Precision Door. That was excellent, man. 3 trucks on one job. I don't know what was going on there, man, but that was awesome. That's cool. You can always send me random pictures like that. I think that's neat. It's interesting to see what goes on out there. All right, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to hit the bed here eventually at some point. So, Pete, thanks for the email. Hope that helps a little bit. If not, send me another email. I'll see what I can do to help you out. Take care, you guys. I love you all. And we'll see you on the next one. Just use them. I had to get you back a little bit, Tony. I love you. We'll see you.